U.S. prosecutors have recommended that the Department of Justice, DOJ, brings criminal charges against Boeing. It follows a claim by the DOJ that the plane maker had violated a settlement related to two fatal crashes involving its 737 MAX aircraft, which killed 346 people. Boeing declined to comment when contacted by the BBC, but previously it has denied violating the deferred prosecution agreement. The DOJ has until July 7th to make a final decision on whether to prosecute the company. The DOJ has declined to comment. "This is a really critical decision that is coming up," said Ed Pearson, who is the executive director of the Foundation for Aviation Safety and a former senior manager at Boeing. "We're seeing problems with these planes, and I'm talking about 737 MAX, 787, and it is reflective of the leadership." The plane crashes, both involving Boeing's 737 MAX aircraft, occurred within 6 months of each other. Last week, relatives of the victims urged prosecutors to seek a fine against Boeing of $25 billion, £19.7 billion, and to pursue a criminal prosecution. Under a deal reached in 2021, Boeing said it would pay a $2.5 billion settlement, and prosecutors agreed to ask the court to drop a criminal charge after 3 years, but last month, the DOJ said Boeing was in breach of the deal, stating that it had failed to design, implement, and enforce a compliance and ethics program to prevent and detect violations of the U.S. fraud laws throughout its operations. Last week, Boeing's outgoing chief executive Dave Calhoun faced a grilling from U.S. senators. As part of an ongoing investigation, Boeing whistleblowers told the Senate in April that the 737 MAX, the 787 Dreamliner, and the 777 models had serious production issues. The company was most recently put in the spotlight when a door panel fell off a new 737 MAX plane during an Alaska Airlines flight in January, leaving a gaping hole. Mr. Calhoun is stepping down as chief executive at the end of 2024 after less than 5 years in the role, with a pay package worth $33 million. He will also remain on Boeing's board. Mr. Calhoun took over the job from Dennis Muhlenberg, who was fired after the 2 crashes. Mr. Pearson said the changes at the top of Boeing were superficial. And even when Mr. Calhoun was named as chief executive in 2019, he had already been at the company for a decade.